So we're gonna do a bit of swerve on the channel. Partially because I've been inspired, partially because I have a project that I want to get done. And it's not related to board gaming, but it's still gaming. You know, it's the same kind of thing. So one of the creators here on YouTube, his name is Trent Holbrook. He has a a couple YouTube channels, one of his own, one called Miscast. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't looked at it, and you're at all interested in wargaming or just creative punk rock guerrilla style like creation, check this guy's stuff out. I'll put a link in the description. But he is doing a everyday vlog of just projects and stuff that he's working on, and he's trying to do it every day, and if he doesn't, he's killing the whole thing and deleting everything. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not that strong. I'm not that brave, but what I'm going to try to do is get this project done that I've been sitting on for a long time, years probably at this point, and I've got everything to do it. I just need to do it, you know? So we're gonna try that. Thanks, boys. Years ago, I bought the STLs for this really awesome like board terrain. It's by Fabricator's Lair. They're on My Mini Factory. I'll put a link for them in the description too. But it was around the time that Games Workshop introduced their boarding scenarios for, I think it was Kill Team. And it was this incredible like underlit spaceship interior board. And it had all these STLs, and I just started printing them and printing them and printing them, and I was like, I want to make a table. I want to make a 3D printed underlit LED table. I printed out all these pieces. They all printed beautifully, like no issues, pre-supported and everything, and like they just came out gorgeous. I've got 3 different styles that will, you know, probably mesh together pretty well, especially once you get all the paint and stuff on the same thing. This is all of them that I need. This is 81 to make a 3x3 table, and that's what we're gonna do today. Let's start it at least. The problem is, I thought these were 4 inches square. They're not. They're 3 and 13/16, which probably works with the layout that they have set up, Fabricator's Lair has set up. See the little corners here? They have a printable little bracket that goes in those, so you can have, you know, 4 of them set in together and have the corners all meet. But that's just more 3D printing and more resin stuff than I want to do. I'm basically out of resin. I don't want to buy any more right now, so we're gonna, you know, make up something for that. But so they're not 4 inches square, which means the math to do all these is a lot more difficult. But don't worry, I've done the math for the table. I need to build a little frame, and I know exactly how big it needs to be. So I've got my 1x3 here. That's gonna be the outside frame for the whole thing. I've got this old pegboard that is just about the right size. Just need to trim it a little bit. This actually came from when I was remodeling my garage, which you can't see because it's kind of junky. So we just need to cut a few pieces of wood. So we'll just cut some little grooves in the sides of the frame for the pegboard to sit in, because I want the LED panels to be raised up above the bottom. The floor here where the pegboard will be where the LED panels are gonna sit. Not LED panels, the LED strip lighting, and the panels will sit on top of that. It's gonna be a lot of work, but let's get started. First thing first, we're going to use the table saw to cut the little grooves in the frame panels, but I need something to attach the table saw to the actual like table. It just clamped on, but it needs some bolts on. We're going to pause and we're going to go get those, and then we'll be back. All right, got my little bag of nuts and bolts. Let's go put them on the table and get cutting some stuff. All right, moment of truth. Did we get the right size? Yep, sweet. Good guess. And dads, what do we say after we tighten something? Say it with me. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. All right, side quest over. Let's actually cut the boards. And we don't actually need the table saw for that. We need the miter saw. So let's get that guy out. Should I secure this one to the table too? Probably. I'm not gonna though. Well, I guess my microphone decided to die on me yesterday or something. I don't know. But anyway, the gist of this is, do you see those? See the boards? See how there's 1 long and 3 shorts? They're supposed to be 2 long and 2 shorts, which means I cut one about an inch shorter than it should have been. And I don't know how. I measured it twice. You saw me. You have the video proof. But, you know, we're going to have to either get a new board or figure something out. But that's going to be the end of it for this video for today. We'll keep working on this gaming table, and we will see you tomorrow. Until then, go make something. Yeah, you can do it. Go do it. Later.